Hi, I'm Jordan Childs, and I'm an Olympic gymnast, and this is how I work it. I'm going to take you through 24 hours of my beauty and wellness routine. I started when I was 6 years old, and I have been competing for about 15 years. I've been in one Olympics. On top of being a gymnast, I am also a student, and I am studying business econ at UCLA.
Good morning, guys. It is currently 9:15 in the morning, and I'm taking my little puppers out. It's meet day. I'm so excited. Excuse my hair right now.
Typically, college competitions vary between us doing them either in the morning, the afternoon, or even in the evening. I normally don't have classes on those days, so my daily schedule will be different. I obviously brush my teeth and wash my face. I use raw canvas. It makes my face feel so smooth and so soft. I also use a raw canvas moisturizer and a serum as well. This is the serum to make sure I'm going into my day nice and glowy.
I am about to make myself some breakfast. I love avocado toast, but I wanted to try it on my bagel, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in the toaster first. This is the finishing product. I'm gonna eat this and see y'all later.
So the week of a competition, we normally practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we have Thursdays off because we come in Friday and Saturday to do what we call inner squads. And inner squads are basically us warming up like we would at a competition and then showing a routine. And our coaches, they're trying to see who is confident to be put in that lineup so we can have a very, very strong lineup for our competitions. The difference between practices of a collegiate athlete and an elite athlete is totally different. In the elite world, we have a 6-hour practice, but in the collegiate world, we only have a 3-hour time period of us being in the gym. So our practices end at 11, and then we go straight to weights from 11 to 11:45. In weights, also known as AP, we do a lot of stuff dealing with our core, our upper body, and making sure our legs are very tight for our landings because we use our legs and our ankles for a lot of things throughout gymnastics. Besides doing weights in the weight room, we also do region, and region is basically making sure that we are able to move our bodies as well, and so we're not stiff, so we work on a lot of mobility and stretching and making sure our ankles and wrists are in perfect shape. After practice, my class schedule starts from 12 and I end at 3:30. I did start college during COVID times, and a lot of our classes are actually on Zoom. Virtual learning is hard and easy at the same time, only because I'm a visual learner. Knowing that you can't actually go up to your professor and talk to them about questions that you need is kind of hard. If we have evening competitions, I will rewash my face to make sure my face is clean because that is always key. You don't want to put makeup on a dirty face.
It is currently 2:30 right now. I'm about to jump in the shower. My competition's so late in the day, I decided not to take a shower last night, and I'm going to take a shower now. And I will see you guys back in a few.
I come back to the room and take a little nap to make sure my body is nice and rested before I start getting ready. Normally during that time, I like to listen to my favorite song, Motivation by Normani, to get me pumped up for my competition because I want to go in there with a strong mindset and being confident. I usually give myself 2 hours to do my makeup before my competition. First thing I do is basically give myself a layout on my eyebrows, brush them up, trim them, whatever I need to make sure everything's like on point. So with natural or dramatic looks, it depends on how I'm feeling or what my Leo is. So if my Leo is very extravagant or like neutral, I go off of that because I want to match that same energy. I am going to put concealer all over my face. I do this to help with my dark spots because I have a lot of scarring from the past of my beautiful acne that I had at a young age. I get very oily, and this is a matte primer, so it will mattify my face. I get my setting powder, and I actually put it on before I put my foundation on. Only on the spots that I get very oily. Around this section, you're gonna go in with your concealer. I go in with 2 of them because, like I said, I am two-toned. I go in with the lighter one, more like in the crevice of my eye and on the outside. I have Persian in me, so my eyes are very sleek. This is my favorite part. I do this part too much. I always like not really doing like my whole cheekbone. When you go all the way, it brings your face down instead of like making it nice and pretty up. After we put our powder on, we are gonna go into blush. This pigment is so beautiful, but I can't put too much on because I'm gonna look like I came from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Never go down, never go too far this way, always go up. On a competition day, I highlight the mess out of my face because you wanna have those nice glowing pictures. So I always end up starting with my nose. That's a lot, but it's okay. We're gonna highlight the nose, give ourselves a little glow. You can never have enough highlight, so I always like end up putting it on my collarbones. And I also have this spray. I spray on myself and it makes my legs and arms glow. Staying focused mentally was something that came to me really late. At a young age, I progressed so fast. Some of the things I do to stay focused before a competition is I'll pray. So if you guys have ever seen me, even on the competition floor, before I get onto the beam and I'm like this, it's because I'm praying and I'm visualizing my routine to make sure that the outcome is how I want the outcome to be. There was this one thing my mother always told me when I was little, is always put a gloss on or something on your lips, even when you don't have makeup on. Sometimes I like to outline my lip with a lip pencil. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. My upper lip is not there. So today we're gonna line it. My makeup during competition normally stay. I might bring like a setting powder so I'm not too oily. But throughout the whole thing, unless I cry and I have mascara on, then you'll just see mascara running down my face. So I'm actually gonna do hearts on my eyes because I saw somebody do them and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cool. So I'm gonna do them today with white eyeliner. I like all my events the same. Isn't that crazy? I've been like that ever since That did not just happen. That did not just happen. Just get the beauty blender. It's okay, we're gonna cover it up. One last thing before you go out into your day, or for me, go out into the competition floor. You want to use setting spray because it will be able just to make sure your face is in place. So I always want to just spray. Use this, it works amazing. For my hair, this wild thing right here, I do braids, I do buns, poofs. I like my hair so much that it makes me feel like a queen. I always say my hair is my crown because as an African American, that's something that we cherish and we are able just to show who we are throughout our skin and our hair. So I'm gonna give you guys a little simple hairstyle that I do. I sprayed my hair with curl enhancing spray. Then I go in with a leave-in. You don't want to put too much to where your hair feels gross. Just make sure I get the back, the front, the ends. This is actually a pudding. It's a new product I'm trying, and it's called hydrating pudding. And I just put this throughout my hair. Get all of it like in there. Smush it together. Get it all in there. Now, we're gonna put some gel. Equal Style gel holds my hair so well. If you ever have a hair or wardrobe malfunction, it's a deduction. So if a clip flies out, your hair falls out, your bra strap comes out, it's a deduction. So I've never had any malfunctions before, but I've seen people have malfunctions. And I always feel bad because it's like really like they take tints off for that, which is pretty crazy. Today I'm gonna do a flip bun. I never pull too early. I've seen a lot of people pull their bun before they do the second part of it, and I never do because it always stays better. I'll do my edges. a girl always gotta be looking slay when she got her edges done. So, we're gonna use some edge control. Edge control I'm using is the Cream of Nature Argan Oil, Perfect Edges. First thing I do is get an edge brush, and I just bring out the baby hairs. They don't gotta be too long, too short, but then I put the edge control on them. I have edges, but I really don't have edges. Like when you really look at my head, I don't really have edges. Normally, I'll put a scrunchie in my hair, but today, I'm putting ribbon. Blue and gold for my team. So we're gonna wrap it. Go through here and pull it as tight as you can. If possible. You don't want to get yourself a headache now. Then you just cut the excess. Make sure you don't cut your hair. I've done that before too. Now you have your bow. I like to experiment on my hair a lot. My hair is like my crown. Okay guys, I am heading to my competition. I'm about to get into the car. I am so nervous. A lot of the time we practice before. We warm up on each event. I do compete in all 4 events. I'm known as an all-arounder. The most difficult skill that I'm doing in this competition season would probably have to be on bars. It's a pike to Tkachev. I have multiple skills that I'm doing that are very difficult for the college life because I did just come back from the Olympics. As a gymnast, I'm also a dancer. That's why it's not just called gymnastics, it's called artistic gymnastics because we have the ability to groove. I used to have a lot of signature moves that I did at a young age, but now it's my music that I choose. I've done Marvel music, I've done pop artists, and I think it also is just me being me and what my personality is. It is currently 9:30 right now. I just finished my competition. That's why my voice is basically gone. I was screaming and cheering so loud. I did get my first 10. When I mean I am in shock, I am in shock. As a freshman getting their first 10, that's crazy. At the end of our meet, we'll come together, we'll line up, and they'll tell us what our scores are and who won. On college meets, winning is based on your team score and not your individual score. Then after that, we gather our stuff, get back onto the bus, and we go and eat a nice, nutritious meal. After a long, long day or competition or wherever I'm at, I always come home, kick off my shoes. I'm still so overwhelmed by everything that just happened, but I'm about to take my hair out and take my makeup off and go to bed because it's been a long day. I get in the shower, wash my face, and wash my hair because there's a lot of gel and disgustingness in it. I want to go to bed clean. Then I get out the shower, put on some nice cozy pajamas, do my serums, my moisturizers. Sometimes at night I will use a Theragun before I go to bed to make sure that my body's relaxed because a lot of the time I go to bed very intense. I'll put on some BioFreeze or Voltaren. I'll do some ankle mobility, shoulder mobility. Then I'll put on a Netflix show, maybe get some popcorn or Pop-Tarts, one of the two, and go to bed. Good night. This was really fun. Thank you, Allure, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Your girl's gotta go to bed. She's really tired. On my toughest days, what goes through my head is mostly why I'm in this position. I want to be an inspiration. I want to be that hero, that idol. So I know going into that next practice the next day is how I'm going to be able to do that. And that's how I continue.